Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in this very important update here on price action of Bitcoin. As we can see guys, today's video is going to be a little bit different because today we are going to compare the price of Bitcoin along with the S&P 500 and how it has performed over the year. Because if you look at this price action of Bitcoin in a different time frame using different scenarios, yes, we are being flashed with a relief rally, but as I have already mentioned you on my previous video, this pullback, this bullish move to the upside could be just a temporary pullback before following the original trend duration. So before we jump into the content, before we start talking about this interesting scenarios which I prepared for you guys, I want you to do me a favor and quickly destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, like always, if you haven't claimed these free bonuses from Bybit, Phemex, OKX, then please check the video description. Now, first thing first, let's look at this Bitcoin monthly returns in percentage, because over the year you can see September has actually been the worst performing year for Bitcoin in history. Yes, you heard that correctly guys. September month in general has been bearish for Bitcoin. So even this September, you can see the second week of September has already shown sign of weakness. Bitcoin is down around minus 3.68%. That means this September scenario looks like playing out. But if you look at the upcoming month, I mean, if you look at October, November, December, this month has been one of the best performing month for Bitcoin. So that's why, guys, that's why for this month of September, yes, we are expecting price of Bitcoin to show furthermore weakness. But for the upcoming month, we are expecting price of Bitcoin after testing some key line to start with an actual bullish move. But why are we expecting September month to be bearish? If you combine this with S&P 500, you can see S&P 500 just saw its worst first week of September since 1953. This chart shows, I mean, if you look at this S&P 500 index, you can see first week of September from 1953 to 2024, September month in general has been bearish, not just only for Bitcoin, but even for the S&P 500. And if you look at the average S&P 500 performance by month, the S&P 500 has fallen by an average of 0.6% in September since 1945. The worst performance of any month according to CFRA data. Yet November and December are among the best performing months of the year. And that is also the reason why we are expecting October, November, and December to be bullish for Bitcoin, but the month of September to be bearish. And beside that, guys, beside that, even the S&P 500 and the Fed funds rate, this is very important, because if you look at the chart here over the last 30 years, you will see whenever the Fed fund has dropped, I mean, whenever the Fed has cut down the interest rate, what has happened here in price action? I mean, if you look at this S&P chart, when the Fed started cutting down rate, even the price went down. I mean, along with the Fed fund rate, even the price of S&P went down. This has happened again and again. Whenever the Fed has cut down the interest rate, it has resulted in a temporary bearish move. So in our case, the upcoming FOMC meeting is in about 7 days from now. So that's why if you look at the target rate probabilities for 18 September 2024 Fed meeting, more than 67% are expecting the rate to remain constant as it is, and 33.0% are expecting Fed to cut down the interest rate. So if Fed cuts down the interest rate, and if you look at history, what has happened with S&P 500, it could bring the price lower. Yes, it might sound bullish for the immediate short term, but if you look at the overall structure, it has resulted in a bearish move. So for this month of September, we are expecting market to be very volatile and also bearish. And now, even if you compare this S&P 500 10-year PE ratio standard deviation from average, if you look at this chart carefully, this is from 30th of June, 1.8 standard deviation above historical trend. And if we look at this standard deviation from trend, you can see this area is fairly valued, this is overvalued, and this is strongly overvalued. And if you look at the internet bubble, when the standard deviation was above 2, it resulted in a massive pullback. So if you look at this from 30th of June, you can see we are around the overvalued area, but it doesn't mean that we have to see this standard deviation back towards this fairly valued area. I just want you guys to be careful. That is all what I'm trying to pinpoint here. But if you look at the price action of Bitcoin and this USDT dominance, you can see, guys, the dominance is rising, but the price of Bitcoin is weakening, right? This can be seen very clearly. I mean, while Bitcoin dominance is falling, USDT dominance is rising, but this dominance could be ending very, very soon. I mean, this dominance, USDT dominance, could be showing furthermore strength for the month of September, but after that, I'm expecting this dominance to get attracted back around this rising trend line, because in history, you can see only after finding proper support around this rising trend line, the dominance, the USDT dominance has shown an actual strength. So this month of September, yes, we are expecting this USDT dominance to remain strong, but after September, I mean October, November, December, we are expecting this dominance to fall and price of Bitcoin also after that to start with an actual bullish move. So you can see, guys, I have been very clear with you. In a weekly time frame, we are expecting Bitcoin to show furthermore weakness for the month of September as long as we remain below 60,000. Yes, guys, remaining below 60,000 means any sort of impulsive move like what we are witnessing right now could be just a temporary impulsive move, and price after that could be slowly getting attracted towards this buy zone. And I personally think this buy zone could be in between 48,000 to 50,000. That might mark the bottom for Bitcoin for the month of September, and then slowly prepare ourselves for the new impulsive move. Because if you simply zoom out, if you look at this in a monthly time frame, we have found out that each and every time before and after the halving, the price of Bitcoin has always followed this expansion trend line. Each and every pre-halving, post-halving shakeout has resulted in a test around this rising trend line, and only after that we have started with an actual bullish move. Same thing happened here. Price was following this expansion trend line, right? After the second halving, we got attracted back towards this trend line, which resulted in a very, very bullish move. Same thing happened here as well. We went through the third halving, price got attracted back towards this expansion trend line, and only after that we started with an actual bullish move. So if this here is also going to result in furthermore corrective move, where are we expecting the price of Bitcoin to get attracted back towards this expansion trend line, which will mark the bottom for Bitcoin, and we could be starting with an actual bullish move. So that is another reason, guys. For now, we have to be careful, because price remaining below 60,000 means this bullish move what we witnessed yesterday might be just a retest. Price coming back to this key trend line, and then slowly heading it to the downside before breaking out. I mean, this here could be just a retest, because price has failed to regain its strength above 57, 58,000, which was the support for Bitcoin, and now it could be resulting in a corrective move. So please be careful. Unless we break above 60,000, any sort of a bullish move could be just a fake out, and price after that could be heading towards a price opportunity from this right angle ascending broadening wedge, which sits around 48,000, 50,000, and parallelly we could be also following this leading indicator price target, which also sits around 50,000. Yes, guys, this leading indicator is also rejecting the price of Bitcoin below 60,000. And I've been very clear, this trend line during uptrend acts as support, but during downtrend, it usually acts as a resistance. And this is exactly what we witnessed yesterday. Price went inside this trend line, top, central, and the bottom CPI line, but failed to find support. So please, guys, please be careful. If you want to see an actual reversal like this playing out, we have to overcome the resistance from this lower trend line. I mean, the right angle ascending broadening wedge lower trend line. We have to overcome the resistance from this CPI trend line. Otherwise, this here, this monthly S1 line will be looked as our upcoming target, which sits around 50,000, because parallelly, price of Bitcoin is also below this Williams alligator indicator, which is forming a bearish crossover. So blue line appearing at the top, green line at the bottom only happens during downtrend, and this here is also a downtrend. I mean, this is a bearish cross, this here is a downtrend. So please be careful, because just like here from the past price action, while trying to break out of this Williams alligator indicator, I don't want you guys to be liquidated, because this kind of rally could be just a temporary rally. So please guys, please, remaining below 60,000, remaining below this Williams alligator indicator, CPR indicator, right angle ascending broadening formation, we are going to remain skeptical. Even if the price shows furthermore bullish move, remaining below this key trend line means it could be resulting in another corrective move. I mean, this here could be just a temporary rally, because we know parallelly, even if you look at this as an head and shoulder formation, just like as shown here in an example, you can see we have already formed left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. So if you look at this example, if you look at this price action, this is a perfect head and shoulder. And now this bullish move, what we are witnessing here, could be just a retest. You can see, right? I mean, retest of support, which will be also acting as resistance. The neckline, which in the past price action acted as a support, will be acting as a resistance because we are below it. So that's why, guys, that's why this could be turning out into a fake out. So please be careful. If the price wants to show an actual bullish move like this, I just showed you, we have to come across 60,000. Only after coming across 60,000, we know it is an actual reversal, and this pullback, this bearish move are going to get invalidated. But until then, we have to be careful. So this is what I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please, guys, please do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, like always, if you haven't claimed these free bonuses from Bybit, Phemex, OKX, then I suggest you guys to check the video description now. And by saying this, I'm signing out. Until next time, bye-bye.